The auditorium lights dimmed as the final contestant of the night slowly walked onto the stage. A hush fell over the audience. She was just a small girl, no more than 16, holding the microphone with trembling hands. Her steps were cautious, uncertain. That was when people realized she was blind. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Some leaned forward with curiosity, others exchanged doubtful glances. Could she really perform? Could someone who couldn't even see the audience dare to stand before thousands and sing? Her name was Lena, and from the moment she stood there, a quiet strength radiated from her presence. The judges, seasoned with years of performances and spectacles, softened their expressions. Something about her fragile figure standing tall beneath the spotlight pulled at their hearts. The host asked her gently, "Are you ready?" Lena smiled faintly and nodded. "Yes," she whispered, her voice delicate, yet filled with determination. What the audience didn't know was Lena's journey, the hardships that had brought her here. Born blind, Lena had never once seen the sun rise or the faces of her parents. Yet, she carried within her a gift far brighter than light itself, her voice. Music had been her world, her window to life. While others played in parks, Lena sat by her old wooden piano, letting her fingers dance over the keys, singing songs she had memorized from the radio. But tonight was different. Tonight, her voice had the chance to reach far beyond her small home, far beyond the loneliness she often felt. Tonight, she wanted the world to hear her. The soft instrumental track began to play. The audience waited, some skeptically, some eagerly. And then Lena sang. From the first note, silence filled the air. Her voice was not just beautiful, it was angelic, pure, and haunting. Each word carried emotion so deep that it felt as though she was singing directly to the soul of every person listening. People who had come to be entertained suddenly found themselves fighting back tears. It was as though Lena's blindness had sharpened her other senses, allowing her to feel music more deeply than anyone else. She wasn't just performing, she was pouring out her entire being into the song. In the front row, an elderly woman clasped her chest, whispering, "That voice, it's like heaven itself." Even the judges, known for their harsh critiques, sat frozen. One of them, a man who rarely showed emotion, wiped at his eyes. But Lena didn't notice any of it. She couldn't see the tears streaming down faces, couldn't see the standing ovations building around her. All she felt was the music inside her heart and the dream that had carried her to this stage. As her song reached its soaring climax, something extraordinary happened. The entire audience, thousands of people, rose to their feet. They clapped, they cried, they cheered. The sound was overwhelming. Lena, startled, paused. She could feel the vibrations of the stomping feet and thunderous applause shaking the stage beneath her. When the final note left her lips, Lena bowed her head, uncertain. Had she done well, or had she failed? And then she heard it. The roar of voices chanting, "Lena! Lena! Lena!" Tears welled in her eyes. She whispered into the microphone, thank you for hearing me." The host returned to the stage, visibly moved. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, voice trembling, "you have just witnessed something unforgettable." The judges gave her a golden buzzer, showering her in golden confetti. Lena stood there, reaching out her hands to feel the soft paper raining down. She couldn't see the magic, but she could feel it, and in that moment, she knew she had touched the hearts of millions. But the story didn't end there. Backstage, reporters rushed to her. "How did you sing with such emotion?" one asked. Lena smiled shyly. "I've never seen the world," she said softly, "but I've felt it through sound. Every laugh, every cry, every songbird at dawn, that's my world. And tonight, I just wanted to share my world with you." Her words went viral. Overnight, Lena became a symbol of hope, courage, and the power of dreams. News outlets around the globe shared her performance. Messages poured in from strangers. People battling illness, people who had lost hope, people who simply needed a reminder of humanity's beauty. One message stood out. It came from a young boy, also blind. "Because of you, I believe I can follow my dreams too," he wrote. Lena's tears fell as she read the words. She had gone on stage just to sing. Instead, she had changed lives. Months later, Lena stood on an even bigger stage, the grand finale. Once again, she sang, but this time she carried with her the voices of all who had been inspired by her courage. Her journey wasn't just about music anymore. It was about showing the world that even in darkness, there can be light. Even in silence, there can be song. And even when you cannot see, you can still touch the hearts of millions. When the final curtain closed, Lena's story lived on. People remembered not only her angelic voice but the message she carried. True vision is not with the eyes, but with the heart. Closing note for narration. This story of Lena, the blind girl who shocked the world with her angelic voice, reminds us that every challenge can become a gift, every limitation can become a strength, and every heart has the power to inspire others. Sparkles, her voice may have been blind, but it gave sight to millions.